Yes. As you can see, I have very good taste in Let's Playing games. Well, to be fair, this is actually like my first true Let's Play since I think Sonic Colors in 2016. Oh dear. I don't even think I'm gonna finish this one, but yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club. This is a game that people talk about all the time, and as you actually know, I actually did use Natsuki in one of my commentaries. Which is because I just think Natsuki fits me, but whatever. I'm gonna explain why we're playing this game as we go along. But yeah, first off, we're meeting with, hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arm in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayuri, No, why did actually, no. That girl is Sayuri, my neighborhood and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because we know each other for so long. No, I don't have any friends. Except that one, like, chubby guy, but, like, we don't talk about him. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I feel almost better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of a crosswalk and let her catch up to me. Hey, Ozzy. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh. You said that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Jordan. Oh yeah, that's... Okay, let me just explain. I was trying to record this earlier and I explained that I was going to use my real name for this. Only because it feels more real when you use your real name. Lunatic is not the name I'd call myself. I mean, everybody else in this game's already a lunatic, but I mean, so I feel, you know, real. I don't know, I'm lazy. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. But if you say Sayuri... We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jordan, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she was going on about. Sora likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content about by on the average while spending my free times on games and anime. Look, the story writes itself, obviously. It's a visual novel, so it's basically a book that's also a video game, but look, I do not watch anime unless you count Dragon Ball, Death Note, and Yu Yu Hakusho. Everything else is trash. I'm just joking, that's not true. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Oh dear! This kid is just like me. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I'm happy being a commentator, we're fine. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll at least try? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. God, I feel like I'm reading I feel like one of those, you know those books that, like, read themselves to you? I feel like that guy. I'm not supposed to play the game, I'm supposed to read it. This is why people don't, like, you know, unless it's Danganronpa, I guess, they don't play visual novels. I mean, for Let's Plays, excuse me. I should have brought Noah aboard this one. The school days is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. Man, I wish that could work for my school. God, I get there at, like, 7, and, like, by the time I get done, it feels like it's, like, the next day. Whatever. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at a wall looking for an ounce of motivation. I don't know, get up and go home. Goodness, I wish I could do that. I gotta drive 20 miles before I can get home. Ah, gosh. Just get up and leave. I wish I could do that. I have 20 miles to go before I can get home, so I can definitely not walk home. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. No, you leave and go home. The anime club's where I go last. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Oh yeah, were you not before? Nobody's here. I thought I'd catch you coming out of classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayuri. Sayuri. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayuri is the vice president of the literature club. Yeah, that's the last place I'd go to. Guys, you want to know how bad it is? How bad I am with reading? I got a in-school suspension for not wanting to read. But really, I didn't have a book at the time, so I wasn't ready. But life. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did it because she thought it would be fun to start her own new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. No. No, you aren't. You are going home. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd be bringing in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri's really that much of an airhead, or she's cunning, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let it alone. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. What's sad is that it's actually true. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit being generally used for third-year classes and activities. See, this whole game is backwards. I'm third year where I go. I mean, at least for junior high standards, I'm third year. Because 9th grade is basically junior high where I go. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. And I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club, girl 1. Hey, it's Sarah Dust! Or is that some funny meme? I don't know. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayuri. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? And it's me! Or is that Doodle? I don't know. Welcome. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Jordan, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. No, the only cute one is this one. Change my mind. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayuri. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Oh dear, it's gonna be funny when she starts killing everybody with knives. Oh well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Jordan. Monica smiles sweetly. Oh god, that's gonna be the face of death. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we're in the same class last year. We were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Jordan. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Oh god, I hate tea. I mean, really though, I actually haven't tried tea. The last time I tried tea, I was a little, but like I didn't really like it. You know, I'm really getting sick of how my capture software only records for like 5 minutes, so I have to keep stopping. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's a bit widened so that there is no space next to Monica, and there's one space next to Monica, excuse me, and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling a little awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. They know my weakness. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one. Sayori grabs one first, and Monica. Then Monica. I follow. I'm not reading well today. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full. Oh, no. Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. Damn. She's worse than me. If I see one cupcake, that thing's gone. Like, the moment you put it on the table, I'm gonna be eating that thing. People know me as a fast eater. It's crazy. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Oh, no. Why, who does that? Just eat it. Like, just put the... I usually just put it in my mouth and see where it goes, and just sit. Then I take it out, I'm like, wait, okay, whatever. Just ignore the fact that I'm talking. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Stop staring at me. Please! Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Look, I remember when the game came out, me and Austin Bro Gaming, we did a recording of us playing the game. And basically, I pointed out how this is just the generic tsundere character archetype, and I laughed when they said this. I'm like, hold up, made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, sir. You said well, maybe, but not for you know, dummy, baka. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a set of tea. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to my cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I don't. I hate tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. Oh god, foreshadowing? So what made you consider the literature club? You see, the girl next to me dragged me through the halls into this classroom and said, "There are girls." And left it at that. Full story, actually. So yeah, so far nothing's going wrong, so we're good. Well, make yourself right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy making something social out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes schools' events like the festivals that much more important. And I'm confident that the way we can really grow this club, we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Well, we'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goals. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Jordan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Hunger Games and that's all. That's actually the last book I really read. Manga. That's the only books I actually like bothered, because like the only real books I didn't have to push myself to read, because the comic book section at my school is actually just kind of called manga. They don't even have comic books, it's just the manga section. It's like, wow, really guys? Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh dear! Oh dear! I can see where this story's going! I desperately grasp something I can relate to the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Or Jordan Sims. I mean, Lunatic the Game. Or Lunatic the Game. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. Please, this foreshadowing is making my eyes hurt. But if a story can make me think or take me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. See, Natsuki's with me. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club's meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Hey, look, it's Ozzy. Or is that Icy? I don't know. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a brief moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nani? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Jordan? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on the mind my entire time. I never said I joined this club. Suri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made that decision. I still have any other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Jordan... You all are defenseless against these girls. I can't read this with a straight face! How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price of I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lighten up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jordan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class harmonica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Jordan, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always staying after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make it our way back home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Oh my god. I love how it's just legitimately straight up. It's not, what am I gonna do? I didn't want to join the club, but I'm in it anyways. But it's legitimately, like, without hesitation, yeah, we gotta get with one of these four. Alright, I'll just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And here we go, the main gimmick of the game. It's time to write a poem. I don't know, let's just start with, desire. Broken. Judgment. I don't know. Electricity, I don't know. Playground. Silly. Peace. I don't know. Out of all these words, these are a lot of good words. Massacre. Climax. I don't know. What is this game? Clouds. Incapable. Sparkle. Bunny. Melody. Hope. Vibrant. Grief. Dream. Vanilla. Comfort. And that's it. And I guess that begins day 2. Alright, so I'll finish the recording session here. Yeah, bye.